Are you ready?
Quit time!
We are the best in the world at what we do.
It's the PriMalLow Wrestling Show with Robert Price, Tom Malloy, and your host, Rich Lopez.
Hello. Welcome to episode number 32. It is November 10th, 2015, which in our area symbolizes Robert Price's birthday. So happy birthday to you. But
Thank you.
That's a little new day for you guys. I'm your host, Rich Lopez. As you know, I just said Robert Price is next to me, and also Tom Malloy.
Hello.
What's up there, folks?
A lot has happened this past week. Of course, the day after our show, all this stuff just breaks down. Seth Rollins tore his ACL, MCL, medial meniscus.
Yes.
He's out 6 to 9 months, so most likely SummerSlam next year. But for WWE, that means there will be a new WWE champion at Survivor Series, so they're having a tournament, and it started on Raw, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. And as always, we're going to have our weekly topic discussion. We're going to have two this week since Price wanted to go in depth this week. One question is, should WWE have more tournament-style, storylines or stuff for titles? And then our second question is Undertaker's last opponent, if it was at WrestleMania 32.
We're also going to have a segment coming back, Buy or Sell, this week's topic.
It is greatest specialty matches.
And speaking of bringing back segments, we're also going to do Level Up for WWE Superstars. Who goes to the main event level? Who becomes the jobber? You'll find out.
Then we'll conclude our show with our Self-High 5, favorite wrestling non-finishing moves.
Hope you guys stay tuned. It's Pricey's birthday wish, so after this short break, we're going to continue our show with the Raw recap. Okay, Raw took place in England. Everybody knows, I always say at least, besides the northeast part of the U.S., definitely international England, crazy fan base for WWE. And you definitely saw that last night on Raw. And like I said, the main focus on WWE Raw was the tournament for the newly crowned WWE champion because of the Seth Rollins injury. And I just want you guys to touch up on that. What do you guys think is going to happen when he comes back, or how do you feel that he's out of action? Price, birthday boy.
I think that the way he's going to come back is going to be great. It's going to be kind of like how Triple H came back from any of his injuries. I mean, he was on fire with the fans. So obviously, as soon as he comes back, there'll be that huge pop, huge surprise factor. I also wanted to comment about the way he had the injury. Sorry, if I could talk. I think the fact that how he finished the match after he got hurt,
it's crazy.
And actually did the powerbomb off of the corner after he got hurt, really shows what kind of wrestler he is.
Oh, definitely. Before I give it to Malloy, I just thought he just had his first interview after the injury, and he said that when he did it, he's done it 1,000,000 times, but I guess he landed on the side of his foot, which, I mean, everybody, I'm sure, has happened. Even when you're just walking, that happens. But obviously with the force that he does it with the flip over, he said that he just lost stability in his leg. So I don't think he tore it fully. Well, the ACL, I think he just slightly tore it. But I think probably the meniscus is the one that's holding him back the 9 months. I'm obviously not a doctor, but I mean, if you see athletes in sports, when their ACL's gone, they can't even walk. And he finished the match, and that's just a credit to his courage and determination to finish the match. And he calls himself the man. And for these last 2 months, after he beat Sting, I feel like he caught, or actually after SummerSlam, I feel like he caught fire. So it's going to be interesting to see what WWE does when he comes back. Malloy, how do you feel about that injury real quick?
It sucks, but I mean, it definitely opens opportunity for other wrestlers that might have not got opportunity this earlier on in their careers. I think Seth Rollins honestly was going to keep the title till WrestleMania, but
that's what I thought too. Because
despite the Roman Reigns stuff, I mean, I think they're trying to number one cover up for CM Punk, so they could say he's the longest.
Well, I heard that whenever Reigns gets the title, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that sucks.
But he's going to be the face of the company.
Yeah, exactly.
Which leads us, Roman Reigns will lead us to our Raw recap. It started off the show as Triple H offering him the title right then and there if he joined the Authority, and he said no, and he got quote unquote cheered. The reason why I say quote unquote is because there's a lot of editing audio wise. I don't know if you guys even like heard it or watched it.
Yep,
There's crazy edits, which they usually do that for shows that are taped. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you hear it on SmackDown all the time and Raw, but it was really bad. Actually, he got cheered because he's supposed to be the good guy, and he did the good guy thing. However, he got booed because a lot of people want him to.
Did you see though when Triple H first offered the idea, everyone's like, yes, yes.
Oh
yes,
yeah, exactly. Yes. Because what Triple H said was literally like, I'm sure Vince McMahon has given this pep talk to everybody backstage before they win the title. That you're gonna get criticism no matter what you do. Whether it's a good thing or bad thing, you're gonna get criticism. So you can't try to be perfect and please everybody. So
like the only person you care about is yourself.
Exactly. It's a cutthroat, industry, in any profession at that level. So anyway, the tournament started. Reigns advanced. It was a 16 superstar tournament. Reigns advanced. Cesaro advanced. Dean Ambrose advanced. Kevin Owens advanced, and Dolph Ziggler advanced. On SmackDown, there's 3 more matches. What do you guys think about the participants in the tournament?
Honestly, my favorite match of that tournament was Titus O'Neil versus Kevin Owens.
Did you like that match?
Yeah, because I'm like, maybe Titus O'Neil's going to get a shot. I mean, I know he would have beat the IC champion.
I just didn't get why Kalisto and Titus were in the tournament.
Well, Titus to me is one of the most underrated wrestlers of right now, but he has no relevance in being a WWE
Well, no, that's what
tournament.
I mean. Like, I didn't get it because why would you? It's what I hate about tag teams, and you can't put tag teams in there unless you put a full tag team in there.
Yeah.
I don't understand why not one member of the New Day wasn't in there, because obviously you could have the other 2 be in a tag title match at Survivor Series or whatever. But why would you put Titus in there and not Darren? Like, what did Titus earn that Darren didn't? Why is Kalisto in there?
Sin Cara's been around longer.
That's what I mean. So that's why I hate the concept of putting a tag team, an individual from a tag team in there, because in reality, what did the other person not do to gain that spot? Do you know what I mean? So they should have put, like, I saw Curtis Axel was on Twitter saying, put me in the tournament. That would have been nice to see. Like I said, one person from the New Day.
I don't think Tyler Breeze should have been in it either, but that's...
I would take it a step further, and I'll grow off of what you said, Tom. I mean, like, you have Tyler Breeze, you have Kalisto, you have Titus O'Neil, Stardust, Miz, Ziggler, Neville. I mean, like, too many mid-card people. They treat them as squash matches inside this tournament.
But they actually were a squash matches, at least.
Stardust is at least... I mean...
We've always said the mid-card roster was extremely deep. So, I mean, they had leverage to do this. But, I mean, I feel like with the first round, you know who's going to win. Like, I already read the spoilers for SmackDown, so I'm not going to say the match, like, the whole setup of the second round. But there is an upset on SmackDown. I will, just to keep you guys intrigued for Thursday night. But, you already knew Reigns was going to beat Big Show. You knew Ziggler was going to beat Miz, although that was my favorite match of the first round, I might add. You knew Cesaro was going to beat Sheamus because Sheamus doesn't need to win because he already has the money in the bank. Ambrose was going to beat Breeze. Who did Ziggler face?
Miz.
I did say that. What am I thinking? Yeah. Oh, am I missing somebody?
I don't know.
I don't know, but anyway. So you already know who was going to win those matches. Now the second round, I mean, like Reigns and Cesaro, if you didn't know who you think was, like, if you already didn't read reports, you'd be like, okay, that's going to be a good match.
It's gonna be a really good match.
Ambrose and Ziggler, great match. I mean, I think it sets up a good second round, and then obviously the semifinals. But it's gonna be exciting. Do you guys want to predict a winner, or at least give me the the final 4, and then the last 2, and then a winner, real quick?
We'll just give you the finals.
We're giving you a little taste of March Madness here in wrestling form.
I'm gonna go with Ambrose versus Roman Reigns for the title.
Okay.
I'm going with Ambrose versus Roman Reigns for the title. Reigns is about to win. Sheamus comes out, cashes in. 2 times he gets screwed over.
Did you read my report? Oh, no, I didn't do that report, did I?
No, but I have it written down on the paper.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I was going to do it on my blog. I was going to do 3 things.
Which you can catch on Blogger.
You can definitely catch on Blogger. One of them was Sheamus cashing in and having Reigns have a flashback and have Sheamus cash in and have another triple threat match. I also have Reigns Ambrose. For me, it's just whoever turns heel. I think this is literally the culmination of what we've been saying for months. Like I said, one day it's Reigns going to go heel. The next day it's Ambrose is going to go heel. We will finally get a heel turn, probably. Because Authority needs somebody.
And if not, by Monday Night Raw, we'll find out.
And if they don't go heel, just to protect them since Cena's still off TV, Sheamus will cash in. Like, they're the only options I think WWE has. I think we're just waiting.
What's the pay-per-view next after
TLC.
I can see Sheamus versus Roman Reigns in a TLC match or a triple threat TLC match.
No, it'll be something like that, definitely.
Yeah. I could see something growing from it.
I think everybody has those 3 options, and it's just up to creative to be like, okay, which is the least expected
Should we
at
listen
that
to the
day.
PriMalLow Wrestling Show this week? Maybe they have some good ideas.
Yeah. So I mean, did you guys like anything else on it? On the show?
I like the Undertaker
Yeah,
coming
just the
back.
Undertaker.
Resurrection of the Undertaker.
You didn't mention that. I apologize.
That's the only other thing that's on Monday Night Raw that they're actually building up towards. And I think the whole thing with Bray Wyatt.
Do you want to talk about SmackDown or no?
No, let's not talk about SmackDown.
Let's not ruin it for the people who didn't see it yet.
I don't want to. I just don't get their logic. But okay, we'll save it for next week's show. What did you got? Okay, it looks like it's setting up for a Wyatt family Brothers of Destruction match. Do you think it's gonna be 4-on-4? In the end.
I hope it is. I hope it's not like, just say, for instance, it might be the Wyatt family, like 2 members of it versus the Brothers of Destruction.
Okay, how about you, Press?
No, I hope that there's at least a third person.
Okay, now who? I agree. I actually wish it's 4-on-4. 3-on-3. If you don't want 3-on-4, you think?
3-on-4.
Okay, so give me who's gonna be the 3rd or 4th?
Daniel Bryan or Sting.
Okay.
I like Price's logic, but I would maybe say Finn Balor or Sting.
Okay, well, I mean, I feel like everybody's gonna have the same 3, so I don't
Yeah.
want to touch on it too much. If they're gonna do, well, they're not doing Sting versus Takers. I guess if Sting's not cleared, I think it has to be Daniel Bryan and Finn. If Sting's cleared, that would have to be the 3-on-4. So
And
I
then
get
Sting
both your
screws
logics.
over Undertaker at the end and goes WrestleMania 32.
They're
But-
going for
Yay!
They're going for Cena and Taker,
Yeah.
and then Triple H and Rock. But
All right.
we'll talk about that with months to come. Hope you guys enjoyed that segment, Raw. We're gonna talk about, we're gonna keep, recapping the tournament as the weeks go along. So when we come back, we're gonna proceed with the pricey birthday edition with our weekly topic discussion. And our first question that we're going to talk about: should WWE host more tournament-style storylines? When we come back, PriMalLow.
Hi, I'm Robert from the PriMalLow Wrestling Show, here to tell you about our Twitter account. Follow our page at PriMalLow Show for fan interaction regarding professional wrestling. Thank you, and we can't wait to hear from you.
Welcome back. It is now time for our weekly topic discussion. This is a happy birthday, Price. I'm going to say that when we come back from every break because you deserve it.
Thanks.
You're a true friend. You're a gladiator.
I'm a warrior.
You are a warrior. Which I hope you guys enjoyed that Ultimate Warrior interlude there. But
I could just imagine Price as a child running down the alleyway.
we've seen that we've seen that a million times.
Seen at least more than 26 times.
Definitely. Okay, back to wrestling. Tournament. I feel like this tournament, the current WWE title tournament that's going to culminate in Survivor Series, like this past week, it was just raising a lot of excitement of who's going to be in it, what do you think they're going to do, stuff all of that nature. And I feel like, I guess back in the early days there would be a lot more tournaments like King of the Ring and, maybe a tournament to crown a new champion or a new number 1 contender. Especially the one that comes to my mind is the Gold Rush tournament. That was actually pretty successful. Right. Do you guys think they should do that, more often? I'm not saying every month or every 3 months even, but maybe once a year, maybe twice a year to avoid the King of the Ring. Maybe just even do a number 1 contenders price.
Yeah, I believe exactly what you said with the number 1 contenders. I think if they had the King of the Ring in June, and then they had a number 1 contenders at the end of the year, it would build some interest to go into Royal Rumble. You have a number 1 contender for Royal Rumble, and then right then and there you have the number 1 contender that's going to walk into WrestleMania.
I didn't even think about this actually. What do you guys think about Beat the Clock? Is that the same thing or no?
No.
No, I don't think so either. I don't like that.
I would rather a champion scramble.
I'm a big fan of the scramble matches.
Or else a gauntlet style, if one person would go through the whole Raw roster or whole WWE roster and have a gauntlet, whoever stays in the longest.
They used to do that a couple times too. But Molly, what do you? Are you on board for the tournaments or do you?
I like the concept of the tournaments. It makes a lot of sense because how does every pro football team, how does every pro baseball team, so on and so forth, make it to the title?
Exactly.
They go in a tournament, and I think it's a good thing to do, at least to keep it fresh, keep people you don't see doing a lot of major things, keep going with it.
I was gonna say you really don't even need feuds for a tournament.
Nope.
Right now, all these matches, they're just matches.
You could have Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose in the first round. They'd shake each other's hand and go from there.
Exactly.
And then this could build feuds from this. And this
exactly.
This builds interest, like he said, for people that aren't on there, but also it gives them the little mini feuds that you used to see. For
Yeah, because we always talk about it. 3-month feuds are just, it's overdone. It's too much. Like there's a mid-card feud, 3 months, 4 months, and it's just old. I can understand maybe a world championship feud like that, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, look at Cena and Orton.
That's what I mean. Like that's that's a one-of-a-kind feud. I think personally.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, it's
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But like Ziggler Rusev, that was just drug out way too much. But like you said, let's do a tournament for the IC title. Ziggler could just get thrown in a different match, and that could propel another feud. It could just diffuse one and start another one, and it becomes something fresh.
You would have been pretty cool too, because I don't think Roman Reigns should have just got handed the number one contendership match, how he did.
He didn't.
He was like in a mini tournament. I think they should have like a bigger tournament.
Well, no,
and
they
then
just
he
did
wins
the
at
winners.
Survivor.
They did the winners of Hell in a Cell.
But I think they should have had the tournament start and then go all the way to Survivor Series and have him have 2 matches on the same night. I think that shows.
But I mean, I feel like they still tried with it.
Yeah, they at least attempted it.
It's not like they just
We got 2 tournaments in the same year.
Kind of, pretty much, yeah.
Actually, 3 including the King of the Ring.
So, Rich Lopez, pro tournament or price?
Pro.
Tom Malloy.
Pro.
All right, on to the next topic. We are all pro tournament on the first question. Second question. Price, do you want to read this since Undertaker is your favorite wrestler, or do you not want to? Want me to do it?
I'll read it.
Okay,
Survivor
cool.
Series will mark the 25th anniversary of Undertaker's debut in WWE. If you could have him face any wrestler live in WWE, NXT, Ring of Honor, or TNA in his last match,
We
who
can
would it
include
be?
New Japan if you want.
What kind of match would it be? We are acting as if Undertaker's last match is at WrestleMania 32.
All right, so just to reiterate, WrestleMania 32, which is in Houston, Texas. I'm sorry, Dallas, Texas?
Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, Cowboy Stadium. Fort Worth, Texas, I think it is, or something like that. Anyway, they're going to set the record, and they're going to try to, at least, the indoor record. And we're going to pretend it's Undertaker's last match, which it could make sense. I heard that there's many reports that he might not, but I'm thinking it should be because it's his home state. It's WrestleMania. What else does he have to prove? Nothing really to us. He's done a phenomenal job. It's his 25th year. So, if 32 is his last match, who will his opponent be, in your opinion? And what kind of match should it be? Price.
In a perfect world, I'd pick Mick Foley because he would be an amazing end to Undertaker's career.
You mean Mick Foley right now?
Mick Foley right now.
Mick Foley who could barely walk.
Listen. Yeah, he could barely walk. Yeah, Undertaker is not what he used to be. But you know, and I know, that what we would see as opposed to what would really be happening are two different things. You know that both of those guys are going to give everything that they can.
It's a different era, dude. Mick Foley wouldn't be able to do it.
He can do it.
Mick Foley would die in the ring.
No, there'd be too many trainers coming in trying to help him.
And he pushes them off.
The limit that he would put himself to for the last match? No, I mean, I would love to see it.
I would love to see it.
Excuse me, but all right, so imagine Hell in a Cell in this era. It would never, it would be erased from history because trainer would be coming in every, this is the way I look at Hell in a Cell in this era. Mick Foley on that stretcher in the aisleway, continuing through the entranceway because they wouldn't allow him to go back in.
And I know that you would say this, so I already had a nice little thing. If not Mick Foley, I'd go with Sting. It sends both of them off into the sunset of their careers. Two, not real captains, because we would say like Shawn Michaels was a captain, or you would say like Hogan or DDP or whatever you want to say. These two were like the locker room generals.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
They commanded them, and they stayed with their companies.
Yeah, respect.
Right.
That's what it symbolizes that match. No, I'm not saying. Believe me, you and I, Undertaker and Mankind is probably like my top. Definitely my top 5.
This is my number 1.
It might be on my number 3 if we want to put in top 3. But in this era, I just don't think it would work. Unfortunately, I obviously would love it, but obviously, I figured you pick Sting, and Sting's a great choice.
Yep.
Malloy, give it to me.
I had 2 different ideas. I had one being Abyss from TNA. I think that'd be cool.
That's a nice
little
dark horse.
Yeah, it's a dark horse, but the guy I had to go with was Cena. It would be a perfect send off for the Undertaker because Cena, number 1, that would cement his career, his longevity into the company.
Yeah.
By retiring the Undertaker. Number 2, I think it'd be cool if Taker got the belt one more time, and if Cena beat him for the belt, that would be okay in my opinion to get the 16th title and tie with Ric Flair.
Whoa.
Dropping massive ideas right
now. Not
now.
only is he getting the 16th time, but also he's defeating Undertaker.
And he goes down as the best professional wrestler who ever lived.
I apologize for that audio pop.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say something impressed. What was I gonna say? I forget. I do like the.
You're gonna say John Cena's gonna beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania 32.
At Super Slam.
3 years too late. 2 years too late.
All right.
Just because I've always said he should have did at 30, and the streak should have ended at 30.
Yeah.
Just the wrong person.
Who you going with?
I honestly don't even know, man. I didn't write this down. I'm not gonna lie to you. Part of me, I was gonna say Cena, but he did, so I'm gonna try to think of somebody out of the blue. And if you want to go,
Kane.
I would say Rock.
They never faced each other.
That's
right?
why. That's the reason why.
Well, what about? I know you always talked about Stone Cold Steve Austin versus.
That was my next one.
All right.
I would think probably Stone Cold over The Rock. The reason why I said The Rock first is because he actually is active, I guess would be the word. If you know what I mean, like he could be in a match.
Right.
Tomorrow.
And yeah, tomorrow if you wanted to. Austin, I would prefer that because it's also his home state of Texas.
Right.
And that could literally both be their last match. But I guess if I want to go on the active roster, I was actually excited to see Seth Rollins and him. But that's obviously out of the window unless there's a 33 in the future for our Undertaker. So I'm going to go with, I don't know, man, Dean Ambrose. I'm just going to go off the top of my head. Dean Ambrose.
Whoa. What kind of match?
I don't know. Nobody answered their kind of match.
Well, obviously Mick Foley would be a hardcore match.
That'd be
And then with Sting, it's just like a no holds barred. That way, they could have their nice
that'd be a
little
cool casket
baseball
match.
bat.
Casket match or something.
No.
Excuse me. No, I don't know, just a hardcore match or something. I don't know. But I don't know. I was just trying to think of something like realistically, maybe Ambrose. But The Rock or Austin would be my ideal choice because of its Attitude Era. Rock never faced Undertaker at Mania, and then Austin always got the one up on Undertaker in the Attitude Era, and it's his home state of Texas, so that'd be interesting to see. And other things.
No, that's it.
So hopefully Undertaker performs well at Survivor Series, and that could make me think Rollins and him will happen at 33. So maybe I could be right in the future. But that's our weekly topic discussion. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and give us your thoughts on who you guys want to see Undertaker face at 32 if it was his last match. We're on social media, Twitter, our Twitter handle, got it right, at PriMalLow Show. We're on Facebook, the PriMalLow Wrestling Show, just like it. We give updates almost every other day about wrestling news. SoundCloud, PriMalLow Wrestling Show, upload our episodes every week. And we got it going. We just got to get a roll on it. Blogger, PriMalLowWrestlingShow.blogspot.com. We post our episodes up there every week. And YouTube. Just type in whatever episode you want to listen to, and they should be up there. When we come back, it's going to be our next segment, which is Level Up. We'll explain what this segment is in detail when we come back. Hey, I'm Rich Lopez from the PriMalLow Wrestling Show. Don't forget to hear our new episodes of the PriMalLow Wrestling Show on SoundCloud. Episodes are uploaded every Tuesday night. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back. What's up, wrestling fans? PriMalLow Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Rich Lopez, here at my two colleagues, Tom Malloy and birthday boy, Robert Price.
Hello.
What's up, y'all?
What are you, 26?
Yep.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't really disclose I shouldn't announce your age. I'm going to be 25 in 2
I'm
weeks.
the last good WrestleMania.
For that stretch, yeah. Right. I completely agree. Level Up. It's a new segment here. What it is we have 4 wrestlers here. They're kind of all grouped in like mid-card, low mid-card, high mid-card when we do this. This week it's Zack Ryder, Fandango, Adam Rose, and Heath Slater. Pretty much on that lower mid-card status / jobber. So what we do is we like to take one of them, if we had the option, to the main event. Like who would we put in the main event, level of the roster? Who would we keep at, the higher mid-card, maybe like the 4th or 5th match on the card? And then who would be the curtain jerker / jobber, maybe like the pre-show or the first match? Like I said, the 4 are Zack Ryder, Fandango, Adam Rose, and Heath Slater, the cream of the crop. Price. No, we'll give it to Malloy, start it off. What do you want to do, main event first?
Yeah.
Who would you put in the main event out of those 4, if you had the chance?
Fandango.
Why?
Dude. He's fantastic. He's really good in the ring. He did a lot of independent stuff before he made it to the WWE. He was actually quite popular.
Well, they all did, pretty much.
I think his name was Johnny Curtis before that.
I cannot verify that.
Yes.
It sounds familiar. I just can't verify that.
He's a really good wrestler. He has the look. And I just think if he was given the right gimmick,
That's how it always
he's
is, man.
pretty much just a PG version of Val Venus, in my opinion, or Disco Inferno put together.
He's definitely Disco Inferno. I can see the Val Venus with his voice and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, that makes sense.
The mid-carder...
Whoa. Do
Oh.
you want him to do that yet or no? You want us to...
No, we're not doing mid-carders.
No, I know.
No.
So go to
Go
you,
back to
right?
me,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So who's your main event? Who you
My
put
main
in?
event is Leo Kruger, a.k.a. Adam Rose.
Look at that. We're all different. Thank God.
As
Why do
soon
you have
as soon as he flips to heel, I believe
you
that
can't
he
do that.
has the ability to have a nice little finisher and be able to be the top guy because of his moveset, the stuff that he's able to do. I mean, he was selling out arenas in South Africa,
Yeah.
10,000 seat arenas. Obviously, you have to be a good wrestler to do that.
Oh, definitely. I also can't wait for him to turn heel. Before I give mine out, when do you think that's gonna happen? Because he's been giving these cryptic Twitter
Almost.
videos. Yeah.
Well, I know when it comes to you, Rich, you always want to know when a guy's going to turn heel. Because
Yeah.
this is all this show is about.
It is
It's
for
about
me.
the heels. But I don't think it's happening anytime soon.
Why does he keep doing this cryptic stuff? It's
Because
been like
he
6 months
needs to
already.
get attention somehow.
Well, tell him to join the Wyatt family. That would draw some attention.
That'd be great.
Exactly. My main event is Heath Slater.
Slater Gator.
Slater Gator. Because I don't know, I just like him. He has charisma. I liked him in Nexus. Got a bad shake there when, this Nexus storyline deflated quickly. But he's liked backstage a lot. He pretty much can do if he gets put a tag team or a three-man tag group.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like 3MB. Like, he just gets it over. He reminds me of, like a Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes is better. Slightly better. No, I'm just saying, like, whatever they get given to,
Right.
they just make it work. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I have him. I was torn between him and my mid-card guy. So with that being said, we're going to skip the mid-card for now just to take away the anticipation. Who is your jobber / curtain jerker, Malloy?
We have one for that, right?
Yeah.
I have Heath Slater.
Wow. We're on the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, I really just don't like Heath Slater. I don't like any of his gimmicks. I don't think he's a good wrestler.
Okay.
And yeah.
I will stand by the Extreme Rules 2 years ago. Remember when we went?
Yeah.
At New Jersey? That pre-show was amazing. The
WLC.
The WLC
Midgets
match?
did it better.
Huh?
The midgets did it better.
What do you mean they did it better?
They
it was
did
three.
the match was better because they were in
Midgets.
it.
I don't know, man. There's some spots that
anticipation,
Los Matadors took and 3MB took that I was like shocked for not being in a match. I
Right,
thought.
they were good. It was good though.
No, it was definitely
overall
good.
the match was awesome.
Yeah. Price, who was your?
Fandango.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I just think that the
I
man,
like this. It's really different.
he has the gimmick that is crap, and like we just said before, if you're handed a crap gimmick, Heath Slater's able to do it. Adam Rose is able to do it. Fandango's not.
Adam Rose, that's a hit or miss. I think they
For a short period of time.
No, for like the first month it was.
You're all
good.
lemons.
But at the same time, Fandango was hot until he got the concussion.
Right, but when he came back, he wasn't able to make it work. Also inside the ring, I mean, you should be able to work with everybody, and he's disliked backstage.
Yeah, I can see that. For mine, I have Adam Rose. Just going off that gimmick. As much as I love the music, which when that music came out, I just was doing it for like weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't like it. Like, it just didn't seem natural. Like I said, I guess I just like that Leo Kruger gimmick just so much. It was just hard to watch. Especially since he didn't make it work, I definitely wasn't, I guess, appreciative of it. Not appreciative of it,
Right.
but I was more critical of it. Like, he couldn't make it work.
So you're not a rosebud, you're saying?
I'm a lemon.
You're a lemon? Yeah.
I get told that a lot
So
by my friends.
all three of us have different people, so we accomplished nothing with the segment. So my mid-carders would be Heath Slater
Just
and
taking
Zack
over
Ryder.
the show here. What is it? Heath Slater and Zack Ryder? Okay.
Heath Slater and Zack Ryder.
What's your-
Tom's,
I have Zack Ryder and Adam Rose.
And then I have Zack Ryder and Fandango.
so we accomplished that Zack Ryder's going to stay in the mid-card forever.
Forever.
No, that's fine. I like that. Like, we all have different viewpoints on how people are back. We have characteristics in our critiquing, I guess. If you get a gimmick, can you make it work? Are you like backstage? Your moveset? Better face or heel? Did it work in WWE? Stuff like that. As much as you say we didn't get anything accomplished, I kind of know what you look for in a superstar.
I think
so. I'm taking that negative that you just said about our.
I'm making it a positive.
I'm making it a positive.
Went from negative to positive.
R.I.P. Biggie Smalls. When we come back, it's our buy or sell, which we do that quite often, so I don't really think I need to explain that in detail. But maybe for Malloy, I'll explain it for him when we come back. It's buy or sell.
Hey, I'm Tom Malloy from the PriMalLow Wrestling Show. Do you like Facebook? Do you like wrestling? Like our page. Search the PriMalLow Wrestling Show. Enjoy.
Buy or sell.
What?
Buy or sell.
Hey, one time.
Buy or sell.
I get it.
Now.
Tom Malloy.
I get it.
Do you get it?
I get it.
Buy or sell. This is going to regard the greatest specialty matches. Well, select matches for that gimmick match, I should say. And when I say this match, you're either going to buy that it was the greatest match, or you're going to sell it, and then you're going to tell me which one you think was better. This first one is going to regard the cage match. So, Tom, it's time to buy or sell.
I'm going to sell this.
Well, hold on. Let me let me read it off.
All right.
Mick Foley versus Ken Shamrock versus The Rock at In Your House 1998 Breakdown was the greatest cage match, I guess, performed. Buy or sell?
Nada.
Sell?
Sell.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Why?
I don't know. I just don't think it's the greatest cage match ever.
Okay, what do you think was?
I think Angle versus Chris Benoit in 2001 on Monday Night Raw was the greatest cage match ever.
Ever?
Well, off the top of the dome
Okay.
thinking, yeah.
Okay.
I just remember it being a really physical match. I remember Angle did that. That was the start of Angle. Actually, you saw that moonsault off the cage, which was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was the first time he ever did that.
He didn't land it, but it was awesome.
No, it was still awesome.
Oh, yeah, definitely was. Okay. Price, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna buy it.
I know you did. I know you were going to buy it. You gave me the list. And why do you buy it?
Because I think at that time that was one of the 3 hottest superstars.
Yeah, I guess they're the
And-
3 hottest on the cusp of, like,
Who was gonna win? You did not know if Mick
That's what I
Foley,
mean.
Ken Shamrock, or The Rock were gonna win this, and I believe from this match they were being propelled to the main event picture.
there's supposed to be number 1 contender. I
Number
don't know
one
what happened
contendership
after
off of
that,
it.
yeah.
Right. I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it.
That's fine.
I just think that, add more to the mix. I mean, if you had Mick Foley versus The Rock or Mick Foley versus Ken Shamrock, I mean, they're all interchangeable, but if you have all 3 of them,
Okay.
more people.
I'm going to sell this.
Ooh.
As much as I want to... I mean, I do like it. I don't even know where I'd put it. I can't think of that many off the top of my head. I could think of a couple cage matches, that are better. One with Mick Foley in it would be the one at SummerSlam with him and Triple H, or Hunter S. Helmsley at SummerSlam 97. I think
Correct.
that one's better. Off the top of my head, McMahon and Steve Austin at St. Valentine's Massacre at 99. And then, you guys know, what is it? Bret Hart and Owen Hart at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of that. I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean,
that's a good one.
it's always, take your pick. What superstars you like, which ones you don't like. I'm not, like you guys know, I like Bret Hart, kind of. But I just like the match. I mean, it's just like who you like, I guess.
Okay.
So I sell it. The number 2 here is Undertaker and Yokozuna.
What?
What? Well, yeah, at Royal Rumble, 1994 was the greatest casket match. Price, buy or sell?
I'm going to buy it.
He gave you this, of course. I'm joking. Why?
Because this really, showed how strong The Undertaker was when it took 10 guys in
definitely.
order to put him inside the casket. Also, it showed how good he could sell a move when he did not move at all with somebody jumping off one of the Samoans
I
jumping
told
off
you
the
that.
top
I think he
rope.
broke a rib, dude.
Did not move at all.
He
And
moved.
that's so hard.
But his momentum, because of the who was it? I forget. It wasn't fought 2. I forget the other guy's name. It actually might have been fought.
No, it was a side move.
Anyway, but no, I completely agree. I also like the correlation it had with the urn. When the urn opened and the green fog came out, that's when Undertaker stopped trying to win.
When he was dead.
Exactly. So I like that pick with buy. I didn't give mine yet. So Malloy.
I'm going to buy it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to buy it because, I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of the casket match. I think it's a stupid concept of a match.
Actually, I like it a lot.
I don't.
So I thought you were gonna put Michaels and Undertaker.
Yeah, that was one up there. I don't know. I like Undertaker versus a bigger guy. I just like to show off his strengths more than like someone like Shawn Michaels. I mean, I love their rivalry, great matches, put on great shows, but at that point in time, I mean, that was building up Undertaker to be one of the greatest superstars of all time, which he is.
Okay.
So that's why I just like that match.
Okay. I'm going to buy this because this was the second one. The first one was performed really, really weird. It was the one against Kamala at Survivor Series 92.
It was like nails in a coffin.
Well, no,
It was actually called
it
coffin.
was a coffin match, but I mean, you pinned him in the ring.
And then
The bell rang, and they put him in the casket coffin.
Wasn't that how
Closed
the
the
body
lid.
bag match was too?
No,
No.
body bag.
Yeah, they
no,
actually put them in a
yeah,
body
you had to
bag.
put him in the body bag
Okay.
and close it. But anyway, so this was the first one with a different, I guess, stipulation on how to win the match. And it was really weird because Yokozuna was this big behemoth wrestler. And this is the first time I ever saw like a double deep casket, one of that size. And the red velvet inside was just eerie to me. So, I mean, that's what probably my most vivid imagery of it. And then, like you said, it made him look really strong. 10 guys, you kept fighting him off. Then the urn opened. And the ending for me, as corny as a lot of people think it was, I actually enjoyed it. Maybe because I was like 5 when I first saw that match. But, yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. So, bye. No in sync. That's how we are. You buy, I buy, he buys.
Wow.
That's the first time.
Bye.
Number 3, the 1992 Royal Rumble was the greatest Royal Rumble in WWE history. Robert Price.
I buy.
Why?
Because
Why
of just
do you buy? No joking.
because of the talent that was in this match.
Mm-hmm.
You had like Hulk Hogan, you had Sid Vicious, you had Ric Flair, you had
Savage. Did you say Savage?
you had Savage, you had Shawn Michaels, you had all these guys that were future Hall of Famers. Plus, you had Ric Flair rolling around for about 10 minutes in the match.
Well, when Piper came in, I remember he was like, they went at it.
Piper too, yeah. I mean,
So-
you had all these guys that
Yeah.
are legends now.
Yeah. Psycho Sid. You say him?
Yeah, I said Tycho
My
Sid.
bad. Malloy, what are you thinking? 92 best Rumble or no?
I'm gonna sell
Okay, why?
for the 1998 Royal Rumble
What?
What are you talking about?
because I like the storyline that happened during the Royal Rumble.
What was it? You mean with Austin?
Yeah,
Okay. I guess on a storyline basis, I'll give you it.
yeah. That's the reason I liked it.
But,
And
okay.
it culminates one of the best
Being-
WrestleMania matches of all time.
Oh, okay. That's understandable then. But here's my question to you then. Being this old and watching it, do you think there's anybody logically that could win that match? Besides Austin?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, no. Maybe Test.
Test was even in 98.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
For what? Who?
He was in
As
WWE
who?
98 as Test.
He was not in this test. He was
He
in
was in the
99 to
corporation as Test.
99. WrestleMania 15, 99.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Am I
Right.
right?
I think he mixed up the
90. Yeah. Who was your storyline for 98 Rumble?
Yeah, I meant to say 99.
Okay. Oh my god. That's hysterical.
All right.
And 99, there was, yeah.
And how could you think Test would win the Rumble?
Dude, it's Test, man.
No, you failed the test just now. I'm going to sell as much as the talent was in there. I'm going on an overall basis. I mean, I guess the established talent, I guess there was
Right,
nobody more, so you're right. But if I'm going to go on overall talent, I'm going to go 08 or 2010s. 08, Michaels, Triple H, Cena, Undertaker, Kane, Big Show, I believe. No, Big Show was not in there. I apologize. But CM Punk was in there. Morrison was in there.
Great Khali.
Great Khali.
They had that moment with Beth Phoenix.
No, that was in 2010.
Sorry.
That's fine. I just think. Oh, I think Batista was in 08 too.
Yeah.
Umaga. I mean, there's a lot of good talent in there. Carlito, and then 2010. I mean, like I said, like for established talent, 92 is probably the best. But overall talent, like people on the rise, people already established. Overall, I think 08 and 10 was better. 10 was. What was it? Batista, Michaels, Triple H, Cena. Did I say Edge?
You did say it.
But I like the CM Punk in the beginning of the Rumble when he eliminated people and did the sermons, and
Kept
then Beth
talking.
Phoenix eliminated Khali. There's a lot of good elements that made it memorable for me. So I think I'm going to go 2010 the more I think about it. Let's go with the last one. The greatest, this is going to be Survivor Series theme because Survivor Series is coming up. The greatest 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match was Team Raw versus Team SmackDown in 05. Malloy.
Bye.
Why?
I think just overall the talent pool that was there was just a great match overall. Just like wrestlers like Shawn Michaels in there, Randy Orton, JBL,
Big Show Cameron.
Big Show
Carlito was on the rise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of good.
There's a lot of good. I just think overall it was just a great match.
How about you, Price?
I'm gonna buy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go with the same reason why Tom was. I just like it was so deep with the talent that
Mysterio Batista as well. I forgot.
And then just like I was saying about the '92 Rumble, I mean, you have these guys that are established, and
then you have people on the rise like I said with my Rumble explanation. Chris Masters and Carlito were probably the two hottest.
Right, and it was a perfect storm.
Exactly. I'm going to buy just based on the concept. I thought as soon as the brand extension happened in 02. No, sorry, 02. I mean, I guess we're doing it, but there wasn't a storyline set up. I definitely thought in 03 it should have started. Survivor Series, they definitely should have did a team versus, team brand themed match. So when I saw this one, I immediately just went for it. Oh, Bobby Lashley was also on the come up, and he was in that match. I just completed that.
And also showed that Shawn Michaels can still hang with the young guys.
Definitely. But yeah, I just like the concept of pick your 5 best from each brand and have them, go at it and see what happens. It's time for our closing segment. When we come back, it's going to be our Self High Five. This week is going to be our 5 favorite bring that back. 5 favorite wrestling moves, non-finishers. Should we explain when we come back? We'll explain when we come back. It's PriMalLow Wrestling Show. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's the PriMalLow Wrestling Show, and it is time for our closing segment. But first, do you want to do the videos, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we didn't talk about it before the show, so I didn't know. When YouTube and Blogger, we're going to post a video for each of us on our first wrestling memory when we were, I guess, younger, or whenever we first started watching. Just stay tuned for that. I'm sure it'll be something, fresh and exciting. So, time to close out our show. For Self High Five. Our 5 favorite moves that are non-finisher related. So, Price, do you want to elaborate on it?
Yeah, we can have a Stone Cold Stunner.
Like
you can have a Rock Bottom.
So
pretty much that, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So for 5-star, not 5-star, for frog splashes, I guess you want to explain whose maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us have it, but I think we all played it safe, for us. But okay, Price. So give us your 5 through 1, please.
My number 5 is the Muda Lock. It's also known as Emma's move and also Melina's move. It was a submission hold that you have the legs in a number 4, and then you lean back and you held onto their chin, pulling up while pulling on their legs as well. My number 4, airplane that Terry Funk used to do. Put it on your.
Very, very old school move.
Keep rotating around. I mean, you see fathers do it with their kids all the time.
Definitely.
Number 3, surfboard. One that like Daniel Bryan does, that you're holding them up.
Surfboard.
You're holding their arms twisted, and you're holding them up with their own momentum, with their own limbs, and you are hurting them.
You see that a lot in Lucha Libre.
Yes.
Definitely.
My number 2, a kitchen sink. You would throw your opponent into the ropes, and while they're coming back, you throw a knee into their gut, and then they flip over you.
I don't think I've ever seen that, actually.
Yeah, it happens all the time. A lot of people don't know what it's called. It's called kitchen sink. And number 1, a tornado DDT. I love a tornado DDT.
I feel like that's overused now.
Yeah,
but
regardless.
But no, I'm saying, what did I say? Did I say? Oh, Suicide Dive. I thought was going to be on my list, but I thought I started getting overused. So, but I'm glad you don't think that, because it is a great move. So
great
definitely
move.
Originator, Jake Roberts.
Not the tornado one though.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, it's an extension off that.
Yes.
Malloy, give us your 5 through 1.
Number 5, I have the Insecurity. I think that's an amazing kick to the face.
Made famous by Owen Hart.
Yes. I have the Suicide Dive. As what she said, it's overused.
Like I said, it's my opinion.
I think it's a great way.
If you've never seen it,
it's a great way to bring the match to outside the ring.
Yeah.
To keep the fight and keep the action going. I like the corner punch. Not like we're the one you're up punching them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Corner punch where like Undertakers like in the corner using them all the body shots on you. I think it's a cool way to make professional wrestling a little more physical.
Yeah.
The stun gun made famous I think by Steve Austin, more or less.
I think the first time I've seen it used on a consistent basis, it might be Austin. Yeah, 96.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool move. hit someone's face or neck actually going off the ropes.
Yeah.
And then my number 1 is a German suplex.
Didn't I just say we were doing so well? Like, I don't think any of us had the same.
Right.
We might have just got something close to that.
Right.
Why German suplex? Why not like a normal suplex or?
I just think there's just more like power, like more aggression when you're just picking someone up behind their back and throwing them over your head.
Yeah.
Versus having someone, picking them up then dropping them, or a belly-to-belly suplex. Belly-to-belly suplex looks actually very dangerous, anyways. So I'll go with the German suplex.
Nice. Okay, my number 5 through 1. I have the backdrop. My favorite person to ever do that, Shawn Michaels.
Right.
The first one I ever saw that I noticed he got really high off of was Diesel at WrestleMania 11, so that's why I choose that. And whenever me and Price used to screw around and wrestle, I used to always tell him I want to do that. My number 4, backbreaker. I didn't want to make the Bret Hart series moveset. I was gonna put Russian leg sweep in there because it usually went like punch in the gut, backbreaker, Russian leg sweep, something like that. So, but backbreaker, the way Bret Hart did it, he executed it so well, and I just love watching it. My number 3, flying elbow drop. Obviously, Randy Savage, that was his finishing move. However, in the 90s or the mid to late 90s, Shawn Michaels and Owen Hart did it pretty. I mean, some could argue better than Savage, and that obviously was their signature move. It wasn't a finishing move, so I love that move. My number 2 is drop kick. I always say Ziggler. I always say Orton's the best. Ziggler does one that's pretty well. Cesaro does one that's amazing now.
Right.
So I just love that move. And then my number 1, I have suplex here. And it was going to be a German suplex until somebody started making a little catchphrase out of it. Do you know who that would be?
Was that Brock Lesnar?
That was exactly Brock Lesnar.
Oh, okay.
So, that being said, I have T-bone suplex, which I used to love because Shelton Benjamin did it.
Right.
And as a second, actually I do have German here. I didn't mean to put German. I meant to put belly-to-belly as my second option of suplex.
Surprised no one had a power bomb.
I think power bombs are more
So
used
generic.
as finishers still, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the only two that do it as like a move is Reigns and Harper that I've seen. Like Kevin Owens' power bomb is a finisher. Diesel's and Psycho Sid's and Vader's
Takers.
for that 2-month span were finishers.
Takers was
a finisher. Yeah, so I mean, I feel like more often than not.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I put flying elbow drop. I thought more often than not it's more used as a signature. CM Punk did it as a signature. You know what I mean? So,
right.
We have the PriMalLow Wrestling Show. Like I said, stay tuned for our video of our first memory of wrestling. Happy birthday, Price. And look for us on social media. SoundCloud. Sorry for that loud bang. That was Bray Wyatt.
It's a boogeyman.
It was a boogeyman, not
It's
Bray
coming
Wyatt.
to get you.
SoundCloud, PriMalLow Wrestling Show. Facebook, the PriMalLow Wrestling Show. We have a page just like it. Tell your friends too that also like wrestling. We're trying to get our name out there. We're also on Blogger now, PriMalLowWrestlingShow.blogspot.com. Our episodes will be up there as well as some articles that we might write on our opinions on some storylines and stuff like that. And then finally, Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @PriMalLow Show.
Wow, 2 for 2 tonight.
2 for 2 tonight on the Twitter handle. 3 for 3. Now, Price, what are you going to say?
We had a question submitted to us from John Editman. He said, what is your 5-on-5 Survivor Series match if Team NXT versus Team WWE?
All right. Amber, you can go if you want. And I'll
I
just say my
will just put together a Team NXT so that way you, Rich, can put together a Team WWE.
All right, you don't want to go, Malloy?
You could go too, Malloy, but I know that you said that you're not that strong with NXT.
I'm still strong with NXT. I just don't understand how that would work because obviously NXT is the minor league.
Perfect world. We'll just say it.
Okay, real quick, I'll go. Is Zayn still on the roster?
Yeah, he's injured, but we'll say perfect world.
Zayn, Balor, Corbin, Samoa Joe, Apollo Crews.
All right.
WWE, Cena, like right now.
Perfect world. Let's just say perfect world.
Reigns, Ambrose, Rollins, Cena, Orton.
All right.
How about
I
you?
have Sami Zayn. I have Finn Balor. I have the Vaudevillains. And I'll put... What will we say Tyler Breeze is? WWE or NXT?
You can still put him in NXT.
He's in NXT right now. So we're going to do that for WWE. Of course, we're going to have Cena, Orton, 2 leaders of there. I'll put in Big Show, Raw Power, and then I'll put in New Day.
Okay. You're doing that tag team right, like
Right.
Malloy did
Tag
last
team
week.
should have some
That's
sort of
true.
say.
How about you, Malloy?
I go with Enzo and Cass.
Ooh.
Good tag team. Enzo and Cass, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor. Let's see if we can get one more. Deo Itami.
Okay.
Yeah, Deo Tommy. Look at Tom with his NXT picks.
There's 5. And then on the Raw roster, I would go with, just to make it like a relevant match, I think you need Cena in there. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dolph Ziggler, and just because, Ryback.
I'm going to take 2 of mine out. My WWE.
Okay, go ahead.
Just to make it more fair for NXT versus WWE. I'm going to take Orton and Cena out because I think they're above that.
Oh, of course.
I'm going to keep it NXT related. I'm going to put Kevin Owens in there and Bray Wyatt in there.
Okay.
I'm going to have all NXT people. Probably like the first bunch that got called up.
The second bunch.
Versus like the upcoming, probably like the third bunch that'll be coming up.
Awesome.
So, thank you for that request. That's actually a really good question. I enjoyed that one. I like those kind of questions.
More NXT lately. It's more appealing to me for some reason. I don't know why.
It's more indie style. It's more fast
Wrestling.
paced. It's more wrestling. But hope you guys enjoyed the show. Happy birthday, Price. Enjoy it. Spend it well. We still got the weekend to live it up. So, stay tuned next week for episode number 33. Thank you guys for tuning in.